It was a cold, quiet morning when Leela was discovered. The small cat was suffering terribly from a severe upper respiratory infection, URI, her tiny body frail and weak. But the most heartbreaking sight of all was her eye. One had already been removed by a vet in a small rural town, but due to poor aftercare, the stitches had come undone, leaving her in excruciating pain. It was clear she had endured too much for such a small soul. The call for help came urgently. The foster who had initially taken Leela in was unable to provide the care she needed, and now, abandoned at the veterinary clinic, she faced an uncertain fate. When the rescue team first laid eyes on her, they knew immediately they couldn't turn their backs. "She needs us," one rescuer said, gently cradling Leela in their arms. "We'll do everything we can." The first step was emergency medical care. Leela had to have the remaining stitches removed and her eye socket flushed and properly stitched back up. The procedure was delicate and every second was filled with tension. Would she survive? Could she recover from so much suffering? The vet team worked tirelessly, and as the anaesthesia wore off, Leela slowly blinked her remaining eye open. Despite her pain, she let out a small, hoarse purr, a tiny sign of hope. "She's fighting," whispered a team member, their voice filled with emotion. "She wants to live." Leela's journey was far from over. The vet's assessment was grim. Her remaining eye was in danger. Infection could spread, and there was a strong possibility that she would lose it as well. But the rescue team refused to give up on her. "We'll watch her closely," they vowed. "Every day, every hour if needed. She will never be alone again." And so, the long road to recovery began. Each day the team carefully administered medication, cleaned her wounds, and ensured she received the best care possible. At first, Leela was timid and unsure. She'd never known real love or kindness, only pain and neglect. But slowly she began to trust. One evening, as a rescuer gently stroked her head, she rubbed against their hand, letting out a soft purr. "She's feeling safe," they smiled. "She knows she's loved." Weeks turned into months. Every milestone, no matter how small, was celebrated. The first time Leela ate her food with enthusiasm, the moment she found the courage to explore her new surroundings, the day she playfully swiped at a toy mouse, despite only having one eye. "She's unstoppable," laughed one of the caretakers. "Nothing can hold her back now." Though she would never regain her missing eye, Leela proved that she didn't need perfect vision to live a full life. Her spirit shone brighter than ever, and her resilience inspired everyone around her. As the days passed, Leela became a beloved member of the rescue team's community. She made friends with other rescued cats, snuggled up to her caretakers, and greeted visitors with gentle meows. "She's come so far," one rescuer said, watching her play. "It's hard to believe she was once on the brink of death." Though the vet had initially feared for her remaining eye, Leela managed to keep partial sight. The infection never spread, and against all odds, she adapted to her new way of life with grace and determination. Now she runs, jumps, and plays just like any other cat. Her missing eye does not define her. Instead, her unwavering spirit does. Leela's story is a testament to the power of love, dedication, and second chances. She was abandoned, neglected, and left in pain, but kindness saved her. There are countless animals like Leela, left to suffer, waiting for someone to care. This is why rescue work matters. Every life is worth fighting for, and every act of compassion makes a difference. If Leela's journey has touched your heart, share her story. Let the world know that no life is too small, too broken, or too damaged to be saved. And if you ever have the chance to help an animal in need, take it. Because when you save them, you're not just changing their life, you're changing your own. Thank you, Leela, for reminding us all what true resilience looks like. May your days be filled with love, warmth, and endless happiness. Kelly the cat is a victim of a serial maniac. She can barely close her mouth. She can't eat or drink. Kelly's eyes are bewildered. She doesn't understand why someone would cause her this agonizing pain. Kelly, a once carefree stray cat roaming the streets of Azerbaijan, found herself ensnared in a nightmare orchestrated by a sadistic psychopath. The streets that were once her playground turned into a haunting ground where death lurked in the shadows. Kelly was the victim of a serial maniac. who had so far killed around 40 cats with extreme cruelty, according to a report from Piralahi Island. All the cats who were victims of this maniac were connected to the same methods of killing their victims. As the sole survivor amidst a massacre of her kind, Kelly bore the physical and emotional scars of unimaginable cruelty. Her front legs were broken, and her entire tongue and mouth cavity were burned out. Yet, amidst the darkness, there emerged a glimmer of hope. Rescued from the brink of death, Kelly found herself in the care of compassionate souls. With each passing day, she found solace in their gentle touch and comforting words, a reminder that she was not alone in her struggle. Doctors advised that surgery to fix the fracture was not an option for one of her legs. The fracture was so bad, and the developing infection was so deep, that they had to amputate the next day. They couldn't wait, or Kelly might have lost this fight for her life. Through countless surgeries and tireless rehabilitation efforts, Kelly embarked on a journey of healing. They tried to save her leg, but the injury was beyond repair and the leg had to be amputated. The surgery was complicated and Kelly is still recovering. Though her physical wounds slowly healed, the trauma lingered, casting a shadow over her newfound sanctuary. Kelly was doing well and remained hospitalized, receiving 24/7 medical attention. The stitches from her amputation surgery had significantly improved, and her overall mood had seen a noticeable uplift. Kelly then allowed nurses to pet her, and she genuinely seemed to enjoy all the attention she could get. This was considered a huge victory given the circumstances of Kelly's rescue. But amidst the pain, there were moments of joy. Kelly's appetite returned and her concussion was gone. Her once wary gaze softened, and she found solace in the gentle touch of those who nursed her back to health. In their care, she found not only healing but also love and companionship. As Kelly continued her journey towards recovery, her story served as a beacon of hope for all who had suffered at the hands of cruelty. Though she may have been a victim of unspeakable evil, she emerged as a symbol of resilience and the enduring power of compassion. And in her triumph, she inspired others to believe in the possibility of redemption and the healing power of love. If you find this story touching your heart, please don't hesitate to send your prayers to Kelly and her hero, and give this story a like as well as subscribe to receive more meaningful stories. Thank you very much, goodbye, and see you again.